Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Kannaway 3.0, the science and the products. Today, we are going to be diving into, in my opinion, some of the most current and most fascinating topics in wellness. My name is Mariel Kokkonen. I'm a Kannaway brand ambassador, and I am looking forward to discussing with you the ultimate combo in partnering with our own body: the endocannabinoid system, the entourage effect, and broad-spectrum cannabinoid products. My goal for today is that we can together discover how these three elements work together to support overall well-being, optimize homeostasis, and enhance the body's natural functions. As a result, whether we are new or experienced in the use of hemp-based cannabinoids, I believe we will all gain valuable insights into the benefits of making smart choices when we make those choices to support and improve our health and well-being. However, I think we will start by taking a look at the endocannabinoid system just to make sure we all know how it works. The endocannabinoid system is a regulatory system in the body. It helps maintain balance or homeostasis across various physiological functions, and it plays a critical role in managing mood and stress by regulating anxiety, depression, emotional stability, in pain and inflammation by helping control the perception of pain. So not necessarily the existence of pain, but how we experience it. And then it regulates immune responses. And when we talk about this, we need to remember that homeostasis is not about making our body's immune responses weak. It is about making sure that they are in perfect harmony with the invader. So if we need a strong and fast response, this will be enabled by the endocannabinoid system. If we need a softer approach, this will be enabled by the endocannabinoid system. It also regulates sleep and energy levels. And that means that it is influencing our sleep and wake cycles and the overall vitality or energy levels of our body. With appetite and digestion, it has a very important effect because it's regulating hunger, it's regulating metabolism, and according to the very newest research from the last year or 2 years, it is actually essential for our gut health. And now, if we keep it in our minds that it is our gut health that is very closely linked to the health of our brains and health of our immune system and health of our inflammation responses, we are actually looking at a system that is so very, very important for our well-being. In the end, endocannabinoid system is also supporting our memory, learning, focus, which means that it has its own very important role in our cognitive functions. And that, for you and me, my dear friends, means that it is impacting the powers of our brains and our mind. The endocannabinoid system consists of endocannabinoids, which are naturally produced compounds like anandamide and 2-AG. And it consists of receptors. CB1 and CB2 are the most well-known and most researched as of today. CB1, so cannabinoid receptor 1, is predominantly found in the central nervous system. And it is influencing mood, memory, pain, anxiety, sleep, depression, and it is also very actively involved in prevention of Alzheimer's, for example, and many other degenerative diseases affecting our central nervous system and our cognitive functions. CB2 receptors are found in the immune system, so all over our body, but also in the peripheral organs, because it is very much present in our digestive tract. And it is regulating inflammation and immunity but also a whole array of other things that are happening in our internal organs. By interacting with cannabinoids like CBD, CBG, CBN, or CBC, endocannabinoid system helps restore balance and optimal function in our whole body, which, as I often say, means that our body is built brilliantly. It is built to sustain well-being and health. It is built to provide us balance. We just need to partner with our body. So let's take a look at how the endocannabinoid system functions in real life. What exactly happens in the cannabinoid receptors, which are the locks that allow the endocannabinoid system to find balance and to make sure that our body is acting optimally in its quest to keep us healthy. There are endocannabinoids, which are cannabinoids produced by our body, and then there are exocannabinoids, which are plant-based cannabinoids. In this case, on this slide, you are looking at CBG cannabinoids. CBG is a very special cannabinoid, first because it is the mother cannabinoid developing first in the hemp plant. Secondly, because it is the cannabinoid that interacts directly with our endocannabinoid system by beautifully slipping into the receptors, both 1 and 2, and so enabling the endocannabinoid system to make sure that the cell communication signals are active and doing what they are supposed to do. CBG is one of the, as of today's research, it is one of the few exocannabinoids, plant-based cannabinoids that are actually binding strongly and directly with the cannabinoid receptors in the endocannabinoid system in your body and in mine. Now, this here is a biochemical drawing of a protein or an enzyme. This little funny thing sits on the cell membrane of almost all of our cells. And what it does there is enable our biochemistry. Every single enzyme or protein is built with 20 different amino acids. 9 of them are essential. And here's a news flash for you and for me. The 9 essential amino acids cannot be produced by our own bodies, not by yours, not by mine. We need to get them from sources within our diet. Did you know that that is also something that the hemp plant is providing exceptionally well? It is one of the most comprehensive, most effective plant-based sources of every single one of those 9 essential amino acids. So even though today we are not focusing on hemp seeds, I am taking this second to remind you and myself, we should absolutely make sure that hemp seeds are part of our diet every single day, just to make sure that our body, yours and mine, are receiving the 9 essential amino acids that it cannot produce. Now, this is a drawing. It is very accurate, but it is a drawing of a protein that within our endocannabinoid system can be called, for example, COX-2. Now, COX-2 is a protein that is responsible for the metabolism of endocannabinoids, such as anandamide, as we can see in this picture. Anandamide is the endocannabinoid produced in our body that is most prominent in our body. And here's what it does. It goes around, finds a receptor, sits there, and the signal begins. And then in comes COX-2. And metabolic reaction is completed. Now, COX-2 is supposed to work. This is not about changing your body. This is about a quest for homeostasis, a balance. We need to end up to a situation where COX-2 is behaving in balance with our body's needs. And so anandamide comes in. COX-2 is very, very active. It is working too fast. We need to exert some control to get our body into balance. And in comes CBD. CBD is a cannabinoid that we can get from the hemp plant. It is an exocannabinoid. CBD is a very special cannabinoid. It, according to today's research, has the strongest effect to our endocannabinoid system because of its amazingly powerful entourage effect. It does not only have an entourage effect because of whatever comes from hemp, it also has it together with the biochemistry of your body. So here we have anandamide, and here we have the cell signaling happening, and COX is getting ready to do its work. And if it is too effective, CBD does its part. CBD here is enabling cell communication by indirectly activating the cannabinoid receptors. It allows anandamide molecule to sit there comfortably, bind tightly with the receptor, and enable effective cell communication, which will lead to a body in balance. This is very interesting. I believe it is fascinating to see that there are these compound effects that can be achieved by using high-quality, broad-spectrum cannabinoid products. So essentially, this, my friends, is how the endocannabinoid system works. But why does it need the support? Aren't the endocannabinoids produced by our body? And shouldn't there be enough? We need to support our endocannabinoid system because it has such a crucial role in maintaining balance in our body. When the endocannabinoid system is deficient or imbalanced, it will lead to various health issues such as chronic pain, inflammation, anxiety, poor sleep, weakened immunity, and digestive disorders. If you put this all together, my friend, you understand that it's a fast slide down. The endocannabinoid system needs support because of the demands of our modern lifestyle, the demands put to our body because of chronic stress. High stress, poor diet, lack of sleep, and environmental toxins together can deplete the endocannabinoid levels. Anandamide is an amazing cannabinoid, but if there's not enough, there's just not enough. And that will make it harder for the endocannabinoid system to regulate our bodily functions, to find balance. Endocannabinoid deficiency is something that is based on the fact that your body does not produce enough endocannabinoids. That will lead to issues like fibromyalgia, migraines, irritable bowel syndromes, or IBS. This is a theory that was first proposed and researched by Dr. Ethan Russell. He was the one who found a diagnosis, clinical endocannabinoid deficiency. And it was found because people just simply were not feeling well. Aging will have an effect to our endocannabinoid system function. It will decline. As we age, the production of endocrine cannabinoids will decrease, and that may contribute to neurodegeneration, increased inflammation, and joint stiffness. If you put these together, again, it's not a pretty picture. There are gaps in our nutrition. There's lack of phytocannabinoids in our diet. Up until 1930s, we had hemp on our plates. Hemp was grown all over the world, and it was grown because it was a very effective plant to grow. So we had cows eating hemp, pigs eating hemp, chickens eating hemp, not only the big fibrous stems, but the leaves and the seeds. And that meant that when we had the dairy, we drank the milk, we ate the cheese, we ate the meat, we ate the eggs. And the phytocannabinoids landed to our plates and then to our bodies because of our diet choices. In 1930s, hemp disappeared entirely from the fields, and that resulted into clinical endocannabinoid deficiency. Hemp-derived cannabinoids like CBD, CBG, and CBN, they help support and enhance the endocannabinoid system's function, and it's a natural support. So what we want to use is broad-spectrum products that will help supplement and stimulate endocannabinoid system's receptors. That will lead to enough keys in our body to open every single lock. If you remember, I said earlier that the cannabinoid receptors in our ECS are the locks. And the endocannabinoids and phytocannabinoids, they are the keys. We just need to make sure that there is enough keys to open every lock effectively, because what that will enable in our body is effective cell communication, and the purpose of that is balance or homeostasis. So now we have figured out the endocannabinoid system. We all know what the receptors are. We all know what they work, how they work, what they do. We know what the endocannabinoids do. We know what is the role of exocannabinoids like CBG and CBD. We also now understand, I hope, that it is essential. And not only that, but also still today mysterious. There's so much we already know, but research everywhere and every single day is also establishing more and more ways this amazing system works to support our well-being. But I think it's time to take a look at the entourage effect. What does it actually mean? I think based on the research, the reading that I did to put together this episode of the science and the products, I think it is the synergy of plant-based cannabinoids, terpenes, and flavonoids in connection to our endocannabinoid system. The entourage effect is a phenomenon where multiple plant compounds from hemp work together to enhance therapeutic benefits of the use of products that are made from extraction of that plant. So the key in all of this is that instead of isolating a single cannabinoid like CBD, research is suggesting that using a broad spectrum of cannabinoids, terpenes, and flavonoids leads to better physiological effects than any single compound alone. In entourage effect, the key cannabinoids, plant-based cannabinoids, are CBD, CBG, and CBN. Now, when I say this, there is a very important plant-based cannabinoids that we are not discussing today. That is THC. THC is a psychoactive cannabinoid. It also has health and well-being benefits. We have all heard about them. There is plenty of research around them. But because we are looking at natural ways of supporting our body in its quest for balance, we want to make sure that we are limiting the use of broad-spectrum cannabinoids to those that do not come with impact to our life that might not only be positive. CBD is known for its anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, and neuroprotective properties. It modulates the endocannabinoid system by interacting with CB1 and CB2 receptors indirectly, as we heard earlier, and this means that it is preventing excessive breakdown of anandamide. And that, my friend, means that the levels of this very important endocannabinoid produced by your body will rise in your bloodstream, and that will mean the better tools and more effective endocannabinoid system. CBD enhances the effects of other cannabinoids as well through receptor modulation. CBG, it's often called, like I told you, the mother of all cannabinoids, because CBGA is the precursor to CBD, CBN, CBG, THC, every single cannabinoid that grows in the hemp plant. But what is very special about CBG is that it has a direct effect to our endocannabinoid system. There's a lot of research suggesting today that CBG is not only neuroprotective, but it is also antibacterial, appetite stimulating, and it has properties that, because of strong interaction with alpha-2 adrenergic receptors, it influences pain perception. Now, formally, we have always discussed that it is CBD that has an effect on how we feel the pain. The recent research is confirming stronger and stronger entourage effect between CBD and CBG in how pain is experienced in our body. Appetite stimulation sounds scary, doesn't it? We live in a world where we are every day bombarded with information about we need to diet, we need to fit into our bikinis, we need to be perfect skinny and at least very toned. Appetite stimulation is a feature of CBG that is very important, because that means that broad spectrum cannabinoids with the entourage effect can provide a very important support to a body that is hosting a person who is suffering from severe and life-threatening diseases that will exhibit themselves, for example, with the loss of appetite. CBG is also linked to gut health, and there are a number of studies proving its efficacy for IBS, inflammatory bowel diseases. And finally, CBN. CBN is the only one of these non-psychoactive cannabinoids that is actually mildly sedative. It is often associated with sedative effects, which means that it is beneficial for sleep disorders. It is demonstrating anti-inflammatory and bone-stimulating properties, which is linking it to not only effective regulation of our immune system, of our immune responses, but also with the relieving of symptoms of osteoporosis. It is also working alongside with CBD and myrcene for sleep-enhancing effects. CBN is a very interesting, very beneficial cannabinoid, although a lot less known than CBD and CBG. And this importance comes from the fact that it is supporting healthy, balanced sleep and wake cycles, which will then lead into better restored body and mind. This is very interesting and important to remember. How about terpenes? So terpenes are aromatic compounds in the hemp plant. They are not only important for the entourage effect, but they also have therapeutic properties all on their own. They enhance the function of cannabinoids by increasing their bioavailability. So myrcene, for example, is lowering the blood-brain barrier for CBD and CBG, allowing a higher efficacy in the central nervous system. They are also altering the cannabinoid interaction with receptors. That means that they are supporting more effective binding to the cannabinoid receptors of CBG and more effective functioning of CBD when it is regulating the biochemistry or metabolism in your body. Key terpenes in hemp are myrcene, which is known for its calming and muscle relaxing effects. It enhances permeability of cell membranes. And that will mean that it is improving cannabinoid absorption. There is also recently published research on how myrcene is linked to lowering the blood-brain barrier, and that is especially important in this terpene. Limonene provides mood-boosting and anti-anxiety effects by influencing serotonin receptors. May I please ask a microphone to be shut down and muted from all of us. Pinene supports cognitive function and memory retention while acting as a bronchodilator. So CBG and CBD together combined in a broad spectrum products will give pinene to our system, which means that together these three phytonutrients that we get from the hemp plant are working to allow better health for our lungs. It is especially important for all of us as we age and as we face outside invaders to our health, bacteria, viruses, etc. There's many others in the hemp plant, in addition to what we discussed here. In addition to terpenes and cannabinoids, hemp plant also has flavonoids. Flavonoids are contributing to the plant's color, flavor, and health benefits, and hemp contains very unique flavonoids. They are called cannaflavins. Cannaflavins exhibit anti-inflammatory effects that have been, by research, measured to be even 30 times stronger than aspirin, for example. They work together with cannabinoids and terpenes to reduce oxidative stress. So flavonoids are those compounds in the hemp plant that are especially beneficial for our body in our fight against oxidative stress and free radicals, which means then for you and me that these phytonutrients are supporting neuroprotection by acting as antioxidants also in our brain and in our central nervous system. I think personally that the further I go along tonight in the content of discovering what is the entourage effect and how do terpenes affect our well-being, what are the roles of flavonoids, the further we go along this path, the more convinced I am that the use of broad-spectrum, high-quality cannabinoid supplements, not only internally but as topicals, is the key to a long and healthy life. So I understand that when we do these science and product talks, I have people who sit and listen to this and they wonder, who says so? Where is this coming from? So my first source today has been Dr. Ethan Russo. Especially, I have familiarized myself with the 2011 research that was published in the British Journal of Pharmacology. The title was Taming THC, Potential Cannabis Synergy and Phytocannabinoid Terpenoid Entourage Effects. What was very interesting about this research was that there were a lot of findings in connection to non-psychoactive cannabinoids. Actually, the study explored how these non-psychoactive cannabinoids interact with terpenes to modify their therapeutic potential. What was found out is that CBD and CBG have anti-inflammatory synergy when combined with beta-carophylline, which is a terpene that also, by the way, binds to CB2 receptors. CBN and myrcene together produce sedative effects stronger than either compound alone, sedative but not psychoactive. CBD and limonene together enhance mood stabilization by influencing serotonin receptors. And the reason why these findings are so important is that this study helped explain why broad-spectrum hemp extracts are so much more effective than isolates. It reinforced the idea that the effects of cannabinoids are not just about cannabinoid receptors 1 and 2, but also involve other receptor pathways, those that are linked to our hormones, for example. It also led to greater interest in terpene cannabinoid synergies, which meant that it was paving the way for tailored formulations in hemp-based supplements, allowing us to be where we are today. I also researched another study. It was published in 2018. It was a review on whole plant medicine. The publication that published this was Frontiers in Plant Science. And the title was The Case for the Entourage Effect and Conventional Breeding of Clinical Cannabis. No strain, no gain. The findings were impressive. The study reviewed previous research on whole plant versus isolated cannabinoid use. This was especially interesting because we all see products that say 45% of CBD. If it is 45% of CBD isolated from the hemp oil, it will never have the effect that you are hoping to get from the use of broad-spectrum hemp products. It is quite a finding, don't you think? This research studied broad-spectrum CBD formulations and found increased efficacy in anxiety in connection to autoimmune conditions and epilepsy. And the reason why these findings matter is that the review confirmed that cannabinoids work best in a diverse molecular environment rather than as isolates. It provided scientific backing for broad-spectrum hemp products and encouraged their development over pure CBD isolates. This is remarkable. The review in its conclusion highlighted the importance of minor cannabinoids. So not only THC or CBD, but CBG, CBN, and CBC, and especially did that because of their increased efficacy together with terpenes in different therapeutic applications. So here the discussion was not only about supplementation, it was also therapeutic applications of cannabinoids. But for you and me, it's the therapeutic applications that are secondary. You and I are looking to partner with our bodies. This is what a full-spectrum hemp oil looks like when separated by a high-performance liquid chromatograph. In essence, it helps us understand how much is in the plant, how versatile is the phytonutrient content of the plant. And it also helps us understand why the broad-spectrum products give us the fuller benefits. The enhanced effects observed in these studies can be explained by a few key biological principles. First of all, we discussed multi-pathway activation. Different cannabinoids bind to different receptors, CB1, CB2, TRPV1, and many more. And this will lead to wider therapeutic coverage than a single cannabinoid ever can. Synergistic receptor modulation means that cannabinoids and terpenes are modulating each other's effects at the receptor level. In last week's The Science and the Products call, we were discussing sleep. When we talked about how broad-spectrum cannabinoids are modulating our sleep cycles. It is not limited to just that. They actually act on receptor level in multitude of pathways. CBG is enhancing the effects of CBD on neuroprotection because of their combined influence on PPAR receptors. Terpenes like myrcene make it easier for cannabinoids to cross the blood-brain barrier, which will allow cannabinoids to act more effectively in the body. CBD tempers excessive immune responses, balancing the effects of other cannabinoids. CBG reduces the potential overstimulation of CB1 receptors, and if they are overstimulated, that will lead to anxiety. I am hoping what I am telling you will paint you a picture of these cross-functional benefits. The entourage effect underscores the importance of using multiple cannabinoids, terpenes and flavonoids, together for optimal therapeutic benefits, optimal benefits for the well-being of your body because of increased likelihood that your endocannabinoid system will be successful in its quest for homeostasis. Scientific research continues to support broad-spectrum hemp extracts, especially when managing these everyday things that every one of us are facing: anxiety, stress, inflammation, pain, neuroprotection, and the recovery of our body and mind from everyday strains. So the problem is that we don't have enough keys to the locks. Dr. Ethan Russo found clinical endocannabinoid deficiency 50 years after hemp disappeared from our plates, as we discussed earlier. We are very blessed because we do have a solution. As we have heard today, there is a plant that is immensely amazing. It comes with properties that are just so very impressive, regardless from which angle you are looking at it. But for tonight, the important part is that hemp provides us the ability to supplement our endocannabinoids with the phytocannabinoids that will support effective functioning of our endocannabinoid system. The story of hemp is an industry in the making, and Kannaway is spearheading that industry. Nothing was ready when the story of where we are today started. Farming was just being reintroduced. And because of the unique qualities of the hemp plant in protecting the environment, supplier selection was the true quest for Holy Grail. 3,000 different cultivators and cultivars were interviewed, researched, just to find the fields where we would get hemp that will allow Kannaway to produce supplements that will help you and I and our bodies function optimally. I think that's remarkable. Kannaway's product line is carefully formulated. And part of that is the fact that hemp is literally the plumber of the soil and the lungs of the atmosphere. It is cleaning its surroundings while it is growing. And so, among other things, also testing methodology was required to be invented. And so, triple lab testing process was initiated, allowing you and I to enjoy products that leave nothing to ask for. At every stage, the biomass, the extracts, and the final products go through rigorous testing, just to make sure nothing enters our bodies that could be harmful. And that is based on the unique properties of the hemp plant. It is a plumber and the lungs. Kannaway's product line is broad, and it is formulated to maximize the entourage effect, ensuring that cannabinoids, terpenes, and other hemp compounds can work together for greater benefits. So let's break down how specific Kannaway products, including Pure Gold, premium CBG, so happy oil, green hemp oil, the Salve, and the pain relief synergize to optimize their effects. Kannaway Pure Gold, that is a flagship product. Key cannabinoid is a broad-spectrum CBD. CBD provides anti-inflammatory, neuroprotective, and many other beneficial properties. There are minor cannabinoids here too. It contains small amounts of CBG, CBC, and those will be enhancing CBD's effects, as we now know based on what we just learned about the entourage effects. There's limonene in the product that boosts mood and supports stress relief. Myrcene enhances absorption and relaxation. Beta-carophylline interacts with CB2 receptors for additional anti-inflammatory benefits. And Pure Gold is leveraging the Entourage effect very, very strongly. This is a THC-free, broad-spectrum CBD oil, meaning that it retains a range of cannabinoids and terpenes without the psychoactive THC. CBD works with terpenes like myrcene and beta-caryophyllene to increase relaxation and reduce inflammation. It's ideal for daily maintenance of the endocannabinoid system, helping balance the body's natural processes. So not change, not alter, but support and balance. Pure Gold, at its very best, is just simply supporting your overall wellness. It helps you manage stress, and it provides you perfect immune support. Green hemp oil. It is a combination of organic hemp seed oil and raw hemp oil in its natural state. Here, the key cannabinoids are also based on the whole hemp plant. Broad spectrum CBD, CBG, CBC is also in the product. Again, CBD is the primary cannabinoid, balancing the endocannabinoid system's function because your body is producing cannabinoids. Your body is producing the keys to the locks, just not enough. CBD is making sure that they are not metabolized too fast, out of balance, which means that more keys are floating around. CBG together with CBD enhances the anti-inflammatory effects, and that supports neuroprotection and mood regulation. Terpenes are there too. Myrcene enhancing relaxation and absorption or bioavailability of the phytonutrients, including the cannabinoids. Limonene is there, uplifting mood, helping with stress. Humecline is another terpene that is acting as an appetite suppressant and anti-inflammatory agent. There is a lot of us who are using green hemp oil on a daily basis because this is the oil that wakes up your endocannabinoid system. It has 500 milligrams of CBD. Half of that is in the precursory form, which means that when you're using this product, your body system is waking up. It realizes that something is now coming. I need to do something about it. And there is a lot of us who realize that when we are using green hemp oil consistently, day after day, month after month, we are seeing also benefits for our weight management efforts. This product is crucially important because it will be waking up your endocannabinoid system and it will allow you to be a better partner for your body. CBG is a mother cannabinoid. It is a precursor to all other cannabinoids. Without it, none of them are there, which should give you the indication that it is especially important. Kannaway Premium CBG is a happy people's oil. CBG is known for neuroprotection, gut health, and antibacterial effects. Together with CBD, the effects are enhanced, while the Entourage effect provides even higher support for our immune system. There is a wide variety of terpenes and flavonoids available in this product, and CBG very effectively leverages the Entourage effect because, as you saw, CBG is the cannabinoid that binds directly to your endocannabinoid system, which means that it has a very important role in its interaction with the receptors, but it can only do it if CBD is effectively doing its part in controlling the metabolic effects of enzymes in your body, like COX-2. And then Kannaway has topical products. Salve is a serious bestseller. It is a product that you use once and you fall in love with because of its effects. It is a CBD-rich topical formula, reducing localized inflammation on the skin. It reduces the experience of pain on the skin, and because of its overall formulation, it also reduces irritation on your skin. CBG is also present in Salve because it is a broad spectrum product. It works with CBD to provide antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory benefits. There's terpenes providing synergy. There's terpenes here that are providing, together with Asian herbal formula in the product, cannabinoids and the other botanicals, access to the deeper layers of your tissue. Topical application targets localized pain and skin conditions without systemic effects. CBD and beta-carophylline together activate CB2 receptors in the skin, reducing pain and irritation. And then linalool and CBG together create a soothing and restorative effect. And the formulation allows Salve to penetrate deep into your tissue, finding inflammation, finding those receptors that are actively trying to suppress the immune response and heal the inflamed tissue. Pain relief is another topical, just from a few months back. Key cannabinoids here are CBD and CBG, 600 milligrams of CBD, 300 of CBG. CBD providing targeted pain relief by reducing inflammation, while CBG is enhancing pain relieving properties while promoting muscle recovery. Combined with menthol and arnica, it is an absolute solution for recovery, not just because you have pain, but because you exercise, because you strain your muscles, because you work on toning your body, and it needs support in recovery. CBD and CBG together block pain signals at the receptor level, not just masking it. You can also use pharmaceutical, and that will mask the pain, but it will not reach the root cause. CBD and CBG together with terpenes and flavonoids and your endocannabinoid system will reach the root cause at the receptor level. Menthol, as we have discussed often, help cannabinoids penetrate the skin barrier, increasing effectiveness. So it's an amazing product for muscle pain, joint stiffness, but it is a fantastic product for sports recovery. Kannaway product line effectively leverages the Entourage effect. It is combining broad spectrum and full spectrum cannabinoids, terpenes, and flavonoids to maximize bioavailability and efficacy. If you need systemic effects, you need to combine pure gold with premium CBG. If you have chronic pain and inflammation, you need to use green hemp oil together with the topicals. If you have muscle and joint pain, you need to use CBD and CBG as supplement oils. In addition to that, you pair them with pain relief and Salve because they come with not only the cannabinoids, but also the effect-enhancing terpenes. We started this conversation by saying that we need to support our endocannabinoid system because of its crucial role in maintaining our body's homeostasis or balance. The system needs supports all the time. Our body does not produce enough cannabinoids on its own to counteract the demands of modern life. They are not only demands of things that are thrown at us from the outside, they are demands that are introduced to our body because of things we do on a daily basis. Hemp-derived cannabinoids help support and enhance endocannabinoid function naturally, but optimally. You can go to a doctor seeking pharmaceutical help. You get a product. The product will take care of the symptom, and it will introduce further imbalance to your body. Or you can search for natural solution. You can do your research, and you can end up making a choice of a cannabinoid products. Let's say you choose a fantastic CBD isolate. This is what you're going to get then. You get a biological response that is highly dependent on your daily dose. You have to find the optimal dose, and it will only do so much. It might be able to help you in the short term, but in the long term, it won't. Unless you can and are carefully evaluating your options, seeking for advice, and making smart choices. If you're using all 5 products simultaneously, including supplements, so Pure Gold, Premium CBG, Green Hemp Oil, and the topicals like Salve and Pain Relief, you are creating a comprehensive inside-out approach to supporting your ECS. Each product has a unique role, and together, only together, they maximize the entourage effect, delivering the best possible results for overall health, pain relief, and wellness. If you are targeting the endocannabinoid system both inside and out, you're using oral supplements like Pure Gold or CBG or Green, and you are providing your body systemic support by regulating the endocannabinoid system internally, while the topicals work externally, delivering localized relief directly to affected areas. And this help is fast. You know, some endocannabinoid system receptors are deep inside the body, while others are in the skin, muscles, and joints. Internal supplementation together with external application gives you full ECS activation for optimal balance and relief. People don't just have one health issue. Most of us are dealing with stress, inflammation, pain, poor sleep, weakened immunity all at once every day. Who of us has none of these? By using all the 5 products, we are ensuring complete support for our body. We are getting pain relief, joint, muscle, nerve through topicals and the green hemp oil. We are getting inflammation control through green and the happy oil or premium CBG. We're getting better sleep, relaxation through Pure Gold and Salve. We're getting support for our brain function and focus through premium CBG and green hemp oil, faster recovery after workouts with pain relief and green hemp oil and CBD, stronger immune system through Pure Gold and premium CBG, healthier skin and wound healing with Salve and Pure Gold. So, long-term prevention versus short-term symptom relief. Many people only take CBD when they feel pain, but if you wait until symptoms appear, is not the best approach. Using CBD and CBG supplementation helps keep the endocannabinoid system strong so that pain, stress, and inflammation don't build up in the first place. And it matters because CBD and CBG oils, while giving long-term preventative care, need the support of the topicals because of short-term symptom relief. So using both together ensures not just relief, but also prevention of future issues. I hope today I have managed to tell you about a system that is truly worth supporting. And I hope today I have managed to tell you why and how.